It's time for baseball. We'll see the Baltimore Orioles as they play against the Boston Red Sox. And now it's out to Boston with Gary Thorne, John Kruk, and Steve Phillips.
The opposing lineup today with tough duties at the plate against Josh Beckett. Happy to be with you. Our broadcast of 2K Sports Major League Baseball. Fenway Park, a night game, the home of the Red Sox. As he gets into this Baltimore lineup, Steve, strategy-wise?
Well, a good right-handed pitcher on the mound right here facing this lineup that can score some runs. It's going to be critical for him to keep the ball down to the zone and pitch to his capability.
And time for the offensive lineup. Here's a look at what Buck Showalter's done. Thoughts, John? Anybody stand out?
Well, the guy that came up with about as much fanfare as anyone in recent years, and that's Matt Wieters, a switch hitter, a big, tall guy. Sometimes, Gary, those tall guys take a little longer to figure out their swings at the major league level. I think Matt Wieters, though, has a chance to be very...
And Dino takes his place in the batter's box. He'll be receiving the first pitch of the game.
Number 11, Robert Andino.
This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. That one's taken care of. Here's a look at how the Red Sox will line up defensively. And how do you like who's out there, John?
Well, versatility is a manager's best friend, and Kevin Youkilis is not only versatile, he's a grinder. He's going to give you everything he got no matter what position he plays, and he's made himself adept at both first base and third base for his team.
And J.J. Hardy digs in. There's one down.
This is interesting. Last year, the Red Sox marked the 11th consecutive season they had a winning record against the tough AL East. But it was also their second consecutive year they finished in third place.
I'm not sure fans would really believe what Steve... This one swung on and driven hard. 2 away. And it's Adam Jones in the batter's box. Lifetime numbers 314 against Josh Beckett. The pitch. Oh, what a drive. He smashed it. And there's Bird for the third out. And a good defensive half inning. 3 up, 3 down. And the Red Sox getting ready to start this one off. And our starting pitcher for Baltimore.
Number 3.
Steve, we'll be watching how he approaches this Boston lineup.
Well, sending a good lefty to the mound in this ball game here, but this is a great lineup. A lineup that can really beat up even some of the best pitchers in the game. So he's going to have to be on top of his game in order to do it and rely upon that movement on his pitches.
On the way. Takes that curve. 0-1 pitch for a strike. 0-2.
Now, Gary, he's in a little bit of trouble right now. With 2 strikes, they're probably going to try to get him to chase that curveball.
Fastball swung out and missed. Struck him out. 1 away.
His pitches complement one another. They work off of each other, and he used a tremendous sequence right there. 1, 2, 3, strikeout, see you later.
And Dustin Pedroia up.
What a fantastic year for Dustin Pedroia in 2011. And it just shows you how great the second basemen are in the AL. First time he has not made an all-star team.
Slider swung on and missed. 0-1. Dustin Pedroia, you are a table setter generally in the position he hits in. 307, 91 RBIs across the plate over 100 times.
In a 2020 threat, he's a guy that makes great defensive plays. He works the count, but it's his grit that he brings to the game that I think impacts the team as much as his offensive production.
Strike 3, Dustin Pedroia. He goes right through that one. He's going to go back to the bench.
Well, he's up in the mid-90s now, so pretty good velocity, but not much break on it.
Good job of keeping him guessing by changing speeds out there.
Boy, John, you saw the effect of that swing. He wasn't even in the same time zone.
But going from off speed to a heater like that is never easy, and even guys that make the big bucks have a hard time adjusting.
And it's David Ortiz at the plate. 270 lifetime batting average against the Orioles. Really tries to lay into that first pitch, but he misses. 0-1.
Was a hitter, when a guy has a good fastball, you think you have to swing a lot harder to try to catch up with it. You really don't, but he did right there, and that's why he blew it past him.
Strike 2. Ortiz will have to be careful now.
Well, a perfect location right there. When you're a hitter and you see a ball and it's in the strike zone for a long time like that one was, you start your swing early, and then it breaks out over the plate. There's nothing you can do to hold up.
Throws on to first. Side is retired. Good defensive half inning there. No hits allowed. Still scoreless in Boston. Big bats ready to make an appearance. For those of you just joining in, I'm Gary Thorne along with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. We bring you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. It's going to be Wieters. He'll start it off here in the second. That falls in. First hit of the ball game. This one finds its way around, rolling all the way to the wall. He stops at second. That will be a double. He's in scoring position now with nobody out.
Well, great hitters get hits at just the right time. And this double right here with no one down is a nice leadoff hit to get the offense rolling early here in this inning.
And Mark Reynolds. Beckett kicks and throws. And this is bounced foul to the left side. He deals. Here's a swing and a ground ball.
Out.
That's one away.
Coming back for the Baltimore Orioles, left fielder, number 50.
And we're going to see Pierce here.
Well, Josh Beckett's inconsistency seems to have plagued his career. He has a good year, bad year, good year, bad year. 2011, a great one for him.
Swings and grounds this one foul, wide of third. And for Beckett, indeed, it was the on-off 2010 ERA. Hot shot towards the hole. Avila's there. So Pierce is set down.
He might have had a shot of getting the runner at third base, but much safer. Make the second out of the inning, get the out at first, and try to retire the next guy.
It's going to be Paulino now.
Well, they catch a little bit of a break here in a jam with runners on base, but a guy who not typically is a very good hitter in this situation.
That swung on, line towards the gap in left center. And he'll take an extra base on this one. It's rolling towards the wall. And he comes in to score, and they've got the 1-0 lead.
Well, not a lot of hesitation right there. He saw a pitch he liked. He knew he could put the barrel on the bat on it, and he drives it for a double and picks up the RBI.
Collison is batting. Steve, they needed to take the lead, and they've come through just as we thought they might. See how this plays out. Line drive fouled off towards first. Here's the pitch. Hit sharply towards the hole. The opportunity for offense is right now.
Right fielder.
They tried to go down with that 0-1 pitch, but it gets blasted right back for the base hit.
But the way he went after that in the box, Steve, it looked like he might have been guessing down there.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have to make contact.
There's contact. He drove it well. This one to Bird. And that's out number 3. All right, first run of the game. It comes here in the second. Baltimore is out in front, 1-0. And Adrian Gonzalez to lead it off.
Number 28, Adrian Gonzalez.
Here's the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. Hitting .437 lifetime off the Orioles.
And it's just amazing how he can have this team's number year in and year out.
Strike two. Gonzalez. He's got to be careful here. Swing and a miss on the slider. 1 out.
Just drops that one in there. Good break on it. 83 miles per hour.
Fantastic piece of pitching to get that out, John.
Well, that's the part of pitching you love. He's looking for a fastball. He's expecting a fastball, and then just drop one right off the table. What a pitch.
And here's Kevin Youkilis.
Well, once again, Kevin Youkilis missing time in 2011. And you have to start wondering if he'll ever be able to play a full season again, or if you're just going to have to live with the games you do get from him.
Strike started off the at-bat 0-1. In talking about Youkilis battling a sports hernia, it had the impact in the previous year, and you got to believe maybe it's a factor in the future, Don.
Well, and hopefully he gets that thing taken care of, and he can have another productive season in 2012, because when he's right, he can put up some big numbers for his team.
And Youkilis strikes out, could not make contact.
Now we're going to take a look at this curveball in KK.
A breaking ball right there gets him to swing. You can see that back leg kind of jelly bitten a little bit.
He really used the off-speed pitches during that at-bat to get it over with. Third baseman up. Starts him out with a fastball for a strike.
The hitter thought that ball was inside. It certainly wasn't low, and it looks like it was in there.
Gets the fastball by him that time, and he's in control now. 0-2. Slider swung on and missed. Struck him out. That's going to retire the side. And they're unable to make any noise here in this half inning. Red Sox can't get the offense going. The top of the order is due up next.
At the plate.
And Dino takes his place in the batter's box.
311, Robert Andino.
Now Saltalamacchia spots the pitch. Swung on, bounced weakly to second. Throw one to first in time, one away.
Number 2, J.J. Hardy.
And it's J.J. Hardy now.
No, it always seems like young teams struggle when they go on the road. And for the Orioles in 2011, that was part of the story. They just couldn't find road wins.
Hit on the ground. And it's through. Hardy the single. So Adam Jones will be coming up. And with a young pitching staff for the Orioles, the road games, it really showed up. The worst ERA on the road in the majors.
Yeah, Baltimore's record on the year would end up being 30-51 when they had to travel. And that mark was good for third to last in the entire majors. Just not getting it.
Popped him up. And Avila's going to play it. 2 away.
Got him off balance, got him up front a little bit. Easy pop out to the shortstop.
It's going to be Wieters. He doubled and later scored in his last go-around. Hardy on first. First pitch to Wieters. He swings and nails a liner. So up next, in a big moment, here is Mark Reynolds.
Well, all pitchers are taught to keep the ball down in the strike zone. Not too many hitters can go down and get one right there in that particular spot. But this guy absolutely loves that pitch. That's why he's on base.
Jerry, he struggles with runners on base, so look for them to go right at him at the plate now.
Here's the 0-1 from Beckett. Reynolds, another foul ball. Beckett kicks and throws. Big breaking ball misses. 1-2.
Well, you want to start this pitch outside. The curveball is better when it's away from the hitter to break out of the zone, but it never had a chance of being a strike.
Towards center field, and it gets down. Hardy with a chance to score. And Hardy scores. And Wieters also crosses. And he'll stop at second base. That'll be a 2-run double. Here's what that double's done for the win expectancy graph. And we're going to see Pierce here. Steve, we've seen them continue to charge it up at the plate, and it doesn't look like they're going to be stopped.
Boy, so many quality at-bats for this offense. The pitcher has to make a pitch here and slam this door shut, or this could get away from him.
Beckett too far outside with that one. That's a ball. Steve, absolutely right. They can't afford to give up too many more here. This thing's going to disappear from them.
And from the offensive perspective, hey, if they're making mistakes, capitalize on it, because you just don't know what's going to happen later in the game. Let's see what he does here.
That's swung on a liner here. And that'll get him aboard. They're on a roll. And the run is in. Situations repeating themselves here. A chance to produce, and they are.
Well, now after giving up 3 straight hits, the manager has to start thinking about getting somebody up in the pen.
It's going to be Paulino now. And they've not had to struggle here at the really nailed that one right through the middle of the infield. Throws to first in time. That's 3 down. And a difficult inning there for Josh Beckett. And the Red Sox coming up next. Bottom 3 due up next.